Bro, just work harder because nobody really cares. And this message is coming from somebody who just had a failed startup. Now, my startup, I had to pack up my startup, but I'm not regretting my hard work. Instead, I am grateful for it. I'm grateful for it because there were a lot of things that I learned that I would never have learned by working hard. Now, this video is to basically give you the mindset shift. So it's not an action-based video; it's a mindset shift video. So I'll be rambling about how working hard has basically changed my life and what should you do now. I've noticed that the reason you are afraid to actually work hard is simply because of the way it's framed. Work hard, right? But to be very frank, that's life, right? You grow by doing things that are hard. You don't grow by doing things that are soft. So when people call it hard work, when you see it as hard work and you're somebody who is new to this place of hard work, guess what? You'll see it as something to be avoided. That's like in a time where we live very comfortable. And heck, for someone like me, I'm grateful for my father who made me realize that hard work is actually the way to improve yourself, to fix yourself, to level up as a man. I'm very grateful for that. There's nothing my father gave to me. He gave me his work ethic. Now, at the end of this video, I hope I remember to mention a caution about working hard, because most men fall into another trap when it comes to working hard. Another reason you are struggling to work hard is because there's an argument that's been going online. Should you work hard? Should you work smart? The question is, it depends. If you want to end up mid class, average, slightly above average, yeah, working smart to cut this for you. But I want you to show me anybody who has gotten to the top who claims they worked smart. I've not seen anybody that has gotten to the top, a reasonable level, and said, oh, well, I didn't work hard, I worked smart. Even your best content creators will tell you something like, I only work 2 hours a day, I work. Bro, those guys are working hard as possible. Even people that are not in Ferris, that wrote a 4 hour work week, they know that he's working as hard as he can. So be very careful what people try to sell to you, because let's be frank, when those guys started, they worked their ass off. I was watching a video about Hamza recently, how he says that he only works, what, 2 3 hours a day. He can say that now, but not when he started. That's why even I myself, I'm new to creating content, and whenever I hear content creators trying to sell me or something, or how they only work 2 hours a day, and they try to pitch me on their idea, I buy that idea, but some strange reasons. So after working for 2 hours in a day, what's next? Because one thing my father made me realize is, if you look back in your own life, look at the times you did the dumbest things, the stupid things, the things you regret. It's mostly when you're free. It's mostly when you felt like you had enough time. And I tell guys in their 20s that, bro, if you're in your 20s, you don't have time. What you have is time to explore, time to invest your energy. Because if you think you just have time, guess what? The mind tends to waste it. The mind tends to drift. So working hard gives you a kind of a sense of urgency, right? A sense of urgency. Now, the problem most people face about working hard, which is the root cause, which is the root problem, is they don't want to work on something that they don't find meaningful. What that means is that if you look at anybody who embraced working hard, they all found meaning, they found joy in their hard work. So if you really dig it, people are not addicted to working hard. They are addicted to the meaning behind the work. Yeah. So anybody that you see who says um, that they enjoy working hard, I can bet you they enjoy what they do because they know why. So, bro, you will always struggle if you're working on something and you don't know why you're working on it. And to be very frank, that was me and my startup. And this is coming from somebody who's telling me what to do, right? And I remember Navarro, I listened to Navarro Navigant, who I discovered very late. I listened to him and he said that he was talking about working hard versus working smart. And he's the one that made me realize that before you work hard, anybody that has reached a pinnacle of success regarding like business and all, you need three things. Something to work on that is very important: meaningful partners and hard work. What that means is, if what you're working on is not meaningful, it's not meaningful, it's not the best, guess what? At some point you will feel tired, you will feel angered, you will feel like you will eventually quit. If you're working out with people that are not up to it, guess what? You will quit. So he says that you need those three things, and bro, trust me, this is coming from somebody who has had field projects. I can guarantee you that those three things are super important. How meaningful is your work? Who are the people you're working out with? And like I've said, bro, another reason you should work hard is It makes you attractive. You see, there's this advice that I see a lot of dating gurus give, right? About how you should date. You know, how if you're texting a girl, reply her late because that's what successful people do. But guess what? When a girl comes into your life, she comes closer to you and she sees that you don't have anything that you're doing. Guess what? She leaves you alone because that game has been overplayed. Instead, actually get busy. Because when you're actually busy and a woman comes into your life, guess what? When she sees that you are busy, it makes her respect you more. But the dating gurus don't tell you this because they always have something interesting to sell to you. They respect you more. What happens when you work hard, bro? Do you ever think? Have you ever realized why working hard is like a badge of honor for men? It's also a way of giving you respect because they feel like if you work hard, you will get there. If you work hard, you are paying your price. So anybody that has worked hard would always give you that respect when you are working hard. Working hard again gives you a sense of confidence, right? Because to some extent, if you work hard, guess what? They feel like you have done shit with your life. If you've never done shit with your life, guess what? Nobody cares. As a man, nobody cares about you if you have never done anything reasonable with your life. Now, that reminds me. So, working hard again has been scientifically proven to basically make you live longer. So, there was a research done where there were two groups. One was made to retire about 10 years earlier, right? So, what happened was the team that retired 10 years earlier, they all died before the people that retired 10 years later. And what happened is work itself is supposed to be meaningful to us. We're supposed to be working hard on something we truly enjoy. And that's the whole point of Ikigai, right? Because everybody can agree that work takes up a large chunk of our lives, right? Again, that reminds me. I remember when I was trying to get this my mindset regarding working hard. I was listening to Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn said something about was it Jim Rohn, a particular speaker that said his father refused to retire even at the age of 80. I won't say my father made me realize because my father retired the day his body began to fail him. Not when he was sick. No, he was already sick about a month, if a few no 6 weeks before he stopped working. He stopped working when he could not even his fingers were twitching not to answer any call anymore. Yeah, he passed. But he's happy that he put in all of his work, and that's the man who made me realize that work hard, hard work would always be talent. It's somebody who came out of poverty. What that means is, and I'm not going to lie to you, man. I feel like there's a problem with working hard when you have life easy for you. It's not so easy, but what that means is you need a mindset shift because it's not easy to come out of comfort and work hard. It's not easy. That's a very serious problem. It's very difficult. And again, one other thing I realized with this startup is I was burning out quick, right? And I didn't realize that. I was thinking burnout was because of you lack rest or something, but no. I recently discovered that burnout happens when there's something in you that is in conflict. Let me say, in that case, is my soul and my body were in conflict. I'm working hard on this stuff, but my soul is like, bro, this is not what I sent you for. And that's why the moment I began to pitch my content from tech to life coaching, life advice, one of my friends says, this is you. He always knew I was going to do this. And to be very frank, I always had an inkling of doing this because there are a lot of people I advise offline. I said, what's the difference? Why don't you just bring it online? Even some videos that I talk about, the ideas I get mostly come from the conversations I have with guys offline. And again, I'm really enjoying it. And so what happens to me is meaningful work. I don't see it as burnout. Sometimes if you watch my vlogs, I speak on my vlogs every single day. And I still have time to do client work. So brother, that's it, right? The only caution I think I have regarding hard work is when you work hard and you forget to reassess what you are working on, at some point you might miss the mark. Because I see a lot of people who regret not spending time with their loved ones more. The other question is when you don't assess what you're working on, guess what? You keep working. You keep putting your head down. At some point, you'll miss the mark. At some point, you'll forget you have a family. At some point, you'll forget that you have loved ones. So as you work hard, from time to time, reflect. Reflect on what you're working on. Reflect on other things outside your work. And again, if you're working only for money, then I really feel like I have no advice for you other than look at other areas of your life and look at what you're missing on. Again, journalism will help you, self-reflecting will help you, And if you watch my video about being alone, when you're alone, you get to question yourself on what you're really, really doing. So my name is Tonore. I basically help young men get their lives together. If you like what you're hearing, share this video with somebody else who is trying to work hard, but his mindset has not yet aligned with that working hard. He's still trying to he's still out there on YouTube trying to fix his actions without fixing his mindset. It's only going to cause problems for him. So please share this video with him. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon and bye for now.